Hello everybody, this is Josh Play Plays, and today we are continuing to play SimCity 2013 in 2025. And so what we were able to play, or how we were able to play last time, was to basically just start our region and start playing with, now we have two little towns, and we're seeing that there's issues now. First of all, there's issues with sewage, which we're sending to our other little town. And in here, we have issues with crime. So again, one of the things that I like, and I think I'm gonna focus in this part too, is to take a look at the casinos. I think this is probably one of the best additions, and I don't think City Skylines has been able to have anything similar to this. I really wish, because it would add different layer to the game. I know we've had different, for example, we have the amusement parks and the zoos and all this, but I still think that this works a whole lot better, especially because it does affect things like it will increase crime. So that's something to take a look at. Also, we can see how the citizens communicate better, or we can see their issues better. For example, in here, we're, just roll about managers, hotels, casino, and so on and so forth. And in here we have two issues. So let's first take a look at this one in the town hall or city hall. It says, if you get us to 2,500 residents, we'll be able to incorporate ourselves into a small city. So let's try to do it. We have a little bit over 1,400, so we should be able to do that. And we're going in cheetah speed number 3, so we can try to get that easier. And as a reminder, also, I do miss the fact that we have sort of departments, right? We have things to do with zoning, things to do with police, and with commerce or with city. So that's something that I think it's sorely missing in Cities Skylines 1 and 2, actually, both of them. Let's take a look at our region, and we are able to open another little town. But let's go here. Let's go to Norwich Hills. So let's try to make this run a lot faster. And we're gonna get ambulances from Trinity Point, basically our other little town. Now, again, this is something that's really, really, really cool, because that way you don't have to invest on services right away. You can buy water, you can buy electricity, you can buy police, you can buy fire services, you can buy healthcare services, you can do all of that. And so that is actually pretty cool. And of course, the only downfall is the horrendously small size of these little towns, as you can see. In here, we're almost done building stuff. We have a lot of it here. Let's try to see what else we can do. So let's try to continue this humongous avenue, and I think this is gonna be, it's gonna take a lot of our money. So let's do, well, first of all, let's see if we have any mining. Would be here. Drilling, we don't have, well, maybe we can do that here. Yeah, we'll try it in a bit. And then the rest is different. Okay, so let's try to build a little bit more, a couple more roads. So let's do the medium density roads. Again, they're just so expensive in here, but we're not trying to do anything fancy. So let's see if we can at least close these ones. No, so let's still do it. And if you click control, everything gets zoned, so that's actually pretty cool. And again, In here you can see how much could be zoned, how far back this zone could be. So hopefully people start, as you can see in here, people are starting to get here. Right, unfortunately, you know, everything's a little bit slow, but I also think that the animations for building the houses here are way more realistic, especially now with City Skylines 2. I do believe this is way more realistic, even though, you know, some of these houses don't get built in the lot. But the fact that we are able to see little buildings get built, as opposed to what Cities Skylines 2 does, which is just bring cranes for almost everything, right? That's kind of crazy. So let's see what people are requesting in this town hall. So something about Dr. Wu, which we'll see here. So we still need to have 2,500 residents. We have to plop Maxis Manor and send Maxis out on patrol. Right, so let's see if we can find... Again, you forget everything that gets out here. So this one is the statue, landmarks, opera house. It's actually pretty cool. Now we have on this one 2,500 residents. This one is Maxis Manor, which is only 40,000 simoleons. I think that's a bit too expensive, so we will wait. Let's see if we can zone some commercial zoning in here. Let's add another little road, just like that, and that way we can continue zoning in here. Right, let's try to complete this task. So we need one more building, and I think we can definitely complete that in here. Let's try to see if we can do that. A little bit messy, but that's fine. Let's add another road in between. There you go. And it's cool that it shows you where the wind is going, right? I know that in City Skylines we can see the map, but sometimes it's kind of like it's just a bit of a hassle. These people plop a house of worship. We already plopped one. Let me see if we can plop another one. It's gonna cost... No, it's not. So let's plop the modern temple. I actually like the design for this. Let's place it right next to it. That's completed. And that's working really well. Right. And let's go to our other town. Let's see if we can build another casino, because I think this is gonna be our casino town. This is gonna be our Trinity Point casino area, even though we don't have that much money. But again, let's do cheetah speed. And I think so far we are fine. We have enough electricity and water and sewage. And I do love the animation. I think this looks amazing. I think it's gonna be a lot of sim power used for that if we wanted to do it on Cities Skylines 2, but I do believe that it looks just amazing. Small fire, can we place this? That's 20,000. Let's see if we have any of those? No, we don't. So you know what? Sorry about that. So let's go here. Go back to Norwich Hills. And again, I like the fact that this goes by really fast. So I'm guessing maybe they could have done something in trying to make this a game that could have been a bigger map. So let's put this one. Let's place it here. Right? And region. There you go. We're able to sell that. And so let's load this little town again. Let's make sure that we're going fast so we can continue getting some more money. But we're gonna try to do something. And basically, we are gonna do... We're gonna use some cheats, but we'll wait on that as much as we can. See, budget boosted, so that's pretty good. Out of nothing, we made money. And that, if I recall correctly, is Control W. Yes, and that's gonna add 10,000 simoleons into the game. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And well, that didn't work as I expected. But let's do that again. 1. Let's see if lowering the speed or Control W. There you go. Either way, we'll get it to work. So now the streets aren't safe. Let's add a police station here, and we'll place it right here. Right, and that's gonna help us. Once again, we go to edit, and we're able to put the police sign. This flag, I'll put it here. We'll add more cars for now. And I think we're fine with jails. With jail cells, right? And just because we are good neighbors, we will be sending at least 3 onto our neighbors. So let's continue to do it here. We're asking for health. Let's see if we can do more cheats. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it? We'll wait. Let's see if we can add... We already have one. So let's see if we can add more capacities. We're gonna add an ambulance bay here. And now we have... If we check this correctly, we have 2 ambulances. And you know what? Let's add another. You can double click instead of trying to click edit in here. And once again, let's click with our neighbors. Let's do health and let's send them 1. I think that's gonna work really well. In here, what's the issue? Yeah, so let's add another. Let's add the 3 of them that are, or the 4 of them that we can add extra. There you go. And patient rooms, I think we're fine. Let's see what we can add in this little gambling house. First of all, we need to look at what type of tourists are getting here. And it's basically medium world tourists. And that's how we're gonna try to continue expanding. So this one has low wealth rooms and nice rooms. So I think we're gonna do the low wealth, medium wealth, and we only have expansion for one. And since the blackjack tables are medium, let's see, we can do let's do the comedy club, but let's place it here. And let's place this really cool marquee in here. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. And we can take a look at it to see how things are gonna work better. Again, depending on which type of tourist you're getting, that depends on how you want to expand your casino. So let's see what other type of casinos we have. And basically we need to earn 52,000. So let's add another casino like this, another gambling house. And we'll place it here. And I think on this one, we're gonna do the nickel slots, and we're gonna do the lounge with the same medium. And there you go. And we can put this one, I don't know. Oh yeah, it fits here. That's looking great. So let's take a look at it and see if we get a couple more people to come into our casinos. Well, you can see all these cars that are coming into the casinos. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to get to 52,000. As you can see here, we only have 8,600 so far. So we can continue adding yet more casinos like this. But we always need to make sure that we look at the stats. So in here, we're seeing that we have, again, more medium wealth tourists, which is good. And in this other one, now we have more low wealth tourists, which means that we can add another gambling house, and let's place it here. And if we are correct, this one has both, and that's good. See, we're filling out the low wealth, so I think low wealth, I think we have to do the same. Right in here, we don't have any low wealth tourists yet, and we haven't made a profit, but that's fine because, you know, this goes by per day and very weird, even though we've seen that there's a lot of people getting here. So medium wealth. Also now we have issues with electricity, so let's go with our neighbor and see if we can help. Let's see if we can do more electricity. But I think we have enough for now, so let's do it here. It's a little bit more work overall. Trinity Point does not have enough power to sell, of course not, because we're selling them. So let's load this. And let's send our neighbor some money. That's actually something you can do. So if I recall correctly, there you go. Gifting. So you can gift all these different resources, which I also think it's pretty cool. So let's see. Let's do half of what we have so that they can maybe try to produce more electricity. right? I think that's gonna be possible. Let's add a little road in here. And let's see if we're gonna be able to build this one. No, we won't. Think maybe with this one. No, we won't. Well, at least let's try to add these other ones. One more. One more. I do like the fact that you can add up to 24 these different turbines. It's actually pretty cool. So let's see if we can continue this route here. And yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah, so now we have enough electricity. Nobody should complain about not having enough power. Like Trinity Point. And as you can see in here, we're making really good money based on the city specialization. You know, we gifted money, that's fine. Let's see if we can pay, let's pay this off, and pay this off. We added a little bit more money. Oh, on this one, there's a lot of people waiting. So first of all, let's add this third marquee and we'll put it here. Same as last time, we're gonna add both. And we're gonna add nickel slots and I wish there was enough space here. And see how you're not restricted by a little limit, basically. That's actually pretty cool. So let's put it in here. Right. And let's see how much money this one is making or not. Again, it will update the following day, so we should be fine. Let's try to make this faster. And we have a whole lot more medium wealth tourists. And hopefully it will stay similar to that. Same thing in here. Medium wealth, actually. And this one is a big profit. So we're gonna go back into the gambling. And in here it says that we need to earn 52,000. We have 32,000 so far. And that's basically because this one is gonna make 14,000. And this one should make a whole lot more. This one is already making 1,700. We need power. So let's try to see if we can. There you go. Let's take this real quick. And again, it's very difficult to go back to. Oh, we already had one. I completely forgot. We had a police station in here. That's fine. So we need power, right? First of all, let's do these charging stations. I think that's actually pretty cool. And let's do the solar power plant. And we can put it in here. And we can do this really cool sign here at the front. And we can do one here. Here. See, it's really cool how you can expand. So we're just gonna leave it at that because we're gonna produce a lot of electricity, so that shouldn't be an issue. I think we're gonna have an issue with water, but I think that should be fine. Right, and if we have this here, the great work, I think we should be able to do the international airport. So first we need a municipal airport, which I think we can try to see if we can do the airport lanes. I think we should be fine. So we need the city hall and the Department of Transportation. So we'll see. It's just It just has a lot of potential, this game. And once you start getting a hang of it, once you start realizing that, oh yeah, it is a good game, right? Oh, but it's gonna be difficult for you to be able to take advantage of the full potential of it, which is kinda crazy. Let's add more, and in here too. People, because I think we need more people here. I do not like the fact that it's, again, I think I mentioned this in the previous episode, but in the previous part, I don't think I like the fact that density is based on the road. I don't like that. We need some stuff for trash. So let's see if we can build something trash in this area. So let's draw another high density road here. And we have this, and we have the garbage dump, and we're gonna place it here. And let's do this road here. Let's put an incinerator. I'll actually put a couple more. And we're gonna add a couple of dump zones. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I, however, don't like that you have to put it next to the road. But again, it's a game from more than 10 years ago. And we're gonna do our neighborly duty to send. We have 10. Let's send, at the very least, let's send 6. Because they have, well, we have more actually, so let's do only 5. There you go. And that's gonna make sure that the city gets some revenue. Let's try to focus on this. Let's go back to here. Culture. So let's try to see if we can build anything else. So let's do the Expo Center. I think that's a good idea. But first, let's draw another big road here. Right, so we're gonna do another road here. And I think here. There you go. Continue this big road here, because there's enough money. Again, all this money is coming from the, as you can see here, the city specialization. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back here. Let's go to culture. And we have the Expo Center. It's pretty cool. You can see here, high tourist demand. More tourists want to come to your city than your current transportation system can handle. Add or expand your mass transit options to serve better. So first of all, let's go into this Expo Center. And what's really cool about this is that you can schedule an event. For example, the motocross, which attracts Lowell residents. You can do a sports event, which is more for low and medium. And then you can do a rock concert, which is low and medium. So for today, we're only gonna do the motocross. So we're gonna do that. There's only one expansion that you can do, and we can place it right here. And just because we want to make sure that we have enough space, we're gonna put a road that's gonna be here, and another one. Let's do it here. Again, I don't like this, but yeah, let's put it here. We'll figure out what to put in here. Water. See, there you go. I was gonna say something about water. So let's do a road in here. And let's put a water tower here. That should be more than enough. Okay. And what's actually also pretty cool about this expo center is that you can see how many seats have been sold, right? So that's really, really cool. In here, so we were approved at gambling headquarters, and I think we should put those headquarters as close as we can in here. And so what that's gonna do is just get us improvements to the casino, right? And we now have access to the sci-fi casino, which we're gonna put right, you know what, let's expand this road. And we're gonna finish this episode with the sci-fi casino, which I think looks just amazing. Really, really cool, especially at night. And as you can see in here, this will attract a whole lot more medium wealth gamblers. The other one is gonna be the sleek casino, which is gonna attract high wealth gamblers. Same with the Roman, and the elegant casino, which, you know, if you've been to Vegas, you can more or less figure out what's it about. In here we have the holo sign, which I think is the way to go. But I think, yeah, it's gonna be at the top. There you go. We're gonna do rocket rooms, and we're gonna place them here. And we're gonna do the disco club, which again, if you've seen, you've been to Vegas, I think you more or less know which this is not based on, but it's again not based on, but it's something on a casino in there, inspired. And in here we're seeing that workers needed, that's fine. But we are finishing this episode right now with the sci-fi casino, which looks just amazing. I know this is a shorter episode, but I think we're gonna be able to do this little by little and really enjoying what SimCity 2013 offer us. It might not have been the best thing ever, but we really don't have anything like this. What I mean with casinos or anything like that in either cities, SimCity, SimCity, City Skylines, or Cities Skylines 2. So I think it's great to revisit, and maybe some of you can get this at a very cheap price or a very high discount and enjoy these little things that make this game actually enjoyable. And as such, I do want to thank you for watching this video, for liking it, and subscribing to my channel. Make sure to leave any comments in the comment section, and we'll see each other in our next episode. Take care.